debut against Namibia. Hasn't really seen too much of the ball today.
Well, it's been a measure of the South African defence that they've kept both Goniva and also on the other wing, Nalanga. They've just kept them at bay, and it's tackles like that that are making a huge difference.
That's Wangani Proto going forward. There's Muri Valu. There's Deacon Manu, the captain, the halfway line. By Mafu to Koto. The offload back to Mafu. This is better. There's Nakarawa. Jeremiah Bai again, just stepping inside Guthrie Steenkamp. Had such a fast start to the match.
Again, just another indication. Jacques Fourie just flew up on his opposite man, snuffed out the threat of the tackle. Skoltberger goes in, Nalanga takes the ball in. It's such a physical game now.
And a little chip over the top, and Lambie has plenty of time. Pat Lambie, youngest man in this Springbok squad, good sportsman at school, went to the famous Michael House School in Natal. He was captain there of not only rugby but cricket as well. So, 21 minutes remain. And the Cape Tin has witnessed something of a rebirth here of the Springboks. They did beat the All Blacks, a weakened All Blacks lineup down in Port Elizabeth about a month ago. But the class of ruthless judgment since 2009, when of course they lifted the Tri-Nations, beat the Lions by their own high standards. South African rugby really has not been at its best, but are they timing their peak to perfection?
Yeah, well, clever play there from Monisteen, finding JP Peterson out on the wing. Wangana Broto just pulled out of position. You just have a feeling that this third quarter, nothing really much has happened. Of course, South Africa looking to extend that lead. The game is undoubtedly won now, but it's how they can polish off this performance. It has been very solid. They've played a wider game than perhaps expected, but they've just denied Fiji the opportunity to play their wide and open game. They've cut down their space, they've made their tackles, they've reset their defensive line. And with 20 minutes to go, what more can they do? But can Fiji spark this crowd in this wonderful stadium? Can they get a try and put South Africa under pressure? Oh, and mistakes like that, it's not going to happen.
Well, there's a little hack forward from Farida Prayer. And he had Pierre Spies for company, but in the end it's the scrum half, Buatava, who goes scampering back.
Well, just Buatava, just fumbling ball. Farida Prayer gets the boot to it, but the opposite scrum half gets back, manages to clear his line, and ever-present Pierre Spies also out there.
Daniel Rousseau confirming the line-out call. It goes to Willem Alberts, who's back after his brief blood bin. And there's Rousseau, you can see, with the ball tucked under his arm. There's the try line on the left-hand side of the screen. Rousseau pops out. He's up and running again. Mafu makes the tackle. There's De Preer. Mornay Steyn, Jacques Fourie, Lambie looking for the offload. Hogarth goes back and tidies it up. Yanni du Plessis feeling the force. Steyn out to France, and it's JP Peterson. He got a try in that quarter-final 4 years ago. fierce beast, look at him. Takes such a lot of knocking down. Furi de Preer, and the green and gold wave is flooding towards the Fiji line. Skaltberger, Mornay Steyn, there it is. South Africa claim their 100th try in the Rugby World Cup, and that is the try bonus point.
Yeah, good solid build up there by South Africa. And Dikemanu, well, he's going to have to call his troops again. They're going to have to stop this green tide. Furi de Preer staying with the pickup, but they're getting behind the Fijian defence. Fiji are having to stretch themselves. Skaltberger with a pop-over pass, staying in for the try. 3 penalties and a try, 2 conversions already to the number 10 from South Africa.
Well, it was a nervous occasion a week ago against Wales. It's one for celebration tonight. Mornay Steyn converts his own try.
And it's looking quite tidy for Mornay Steyn. 3 conversions, 3 penalty and a try. Just putting some of the icing on top of the cake. South African fans are delighted. This is a much improved performance, a very disciplined performance throughout.
Well, Siniakoto, the hooker, is currently getting some treatment just underneath his own post.
Yes.
So for now, at least, Fiji are down to 14. So South Africa make a change. Good throw, Steenkamp comes off, and the cries of the beast come from the crowd. On comes Tendai Mtuera.
Steenkamp has carried well, he's scrummaged well, he'll be delighted with his performance. Bit hot out there, isn't it?
Well, they've made the change at hooker at Fiji. On comes Tuapati. Also there is Nicky Little. Significant occasion for Nicky Little. First Fijian now to play at 4 World Cups. Oh, and it's stolen. Look at this. Lewarabu. Well, the Springboks were just standing back and watching him. Taken up by Campese Maafu. As Buatava. Little. To Wanganibroto. Here comes Lovombalavu. Oh, there are plenty of white jerseys out there. That was a great pickup from Ongera, but the pass to Nalanga has gone forward. It will not be a try.
Well, listen to the reaction now when people realise in this stadium that it was a forward pass. Well, we've been looking for a spark all game from the Fijians and from the kickoff. Lewaravu, well, he took the ball off. Look at this. It's the one time you'd actually say that South Africans went to sleep, and that was it. That's the spark that Fiji have been looking for. Suddenly they're in behind that South African defence. But the throw over the top there by Ongara was adjudged forward. And on the far side, Nalanga denied the try. That would have brought the house down. Well, it did bring the house down, followed by the boos.
Another powerful Springbok scrummage. And the referee playing advantage here.
Pull back and walking around. Pull back and walking around. Number 1 white.
And for the sake of the record, it's Campese Maafu who is penalised. There he is. The great name, actually. His full name, George David Campese Maafu. And I think we can conclude from that he was named after a rather famous former Wallaby wing.
Yeah, he was also born in in Sydney, I think it was, and also has a Tongan father, if I'm correct, reading my stats before the game. But just, again, a solid scrum here, Martin, wasn't it? That just absolutely splintered the Fijian 8.
Yes, and when he made his international debut, Campese Mafu, he packed down opposite his brother, Selesi, who was making his debut on the same night for the Wallabies at tight head. And Selesi Mafu is in the Wallabies squad at this World Cup. Oh, there is Bismarck du Plessis. What must go through his head? Because the way Peter de Villiers there on the left appears to be operating, no matter what impact Bismarck du Plessis makes, he's not going to start during this World Cup. Do you think anything will change over the course of the next 3 or 4 weeks?
Well, I think the feeling is from Peter de Villiers is that Bismarck du Plessis, he can make such an impact coming off the bench. He can change a game, and I think that's where he wants to use his substitute hooker.
Look at the power again there from the Springboks. France staying with a long pass out to Hogarth. Hogarth sends away Lambie. Duprea, Berger, Bismarck du Plessis up towards the 22. And the ball went forward, according to Monsieur Poit.
And Furu Duprea has just made a couple of little errors at the base, but very solid. I mean, you consider the handling errors, also the penalty counts for both teams as well have been quite high. That's Bismarck down on the ground there. But yeah, just going back to the massive debate between John Schmidt, the captain of the South African team, and whether Peter de Villiers will actually play him. Undoubtedly, this man is such a great leader, but the fact that Bismarck du Plessis can come off a bench and make such an impact, Peter de Villiers feels as though it can change a game, it can change the tempo, he can get across the gain line and just bring a different dynamic to the South Africans.
Yes, John Smith actually had a spell at tight head, didn't he, between about November 2008 through to the following November, a period when he managed to accommodate both his captain and Bismarck du Plessis. But look at Pierre Spies there, just brushing off the tacklers. Jacques Ferry there, getting through a couple of tackles, picked up by the Priere. There's Rousseau, who's had another industrious outing. Well, they've turned it, Fiji. Away comes Buatava. And scampering forward again, Ngera.
But again, South Africa so quick back in the defensive chores. And look at this, they've got an opportunity to maybe go down the blind.
Well, look at those turnovers. 5 against 7. Peterson trying to rip the ball out of his hand was Tuapati, the replacement hooker for Fiji. Referee playing advantage. Buatava being penalised. There's Duprea. Steyn, the dummy, sees the gap. It's like a parting of the seas. And through goes Francois Steyn. The momentum, oh, the offload. The beast, can he reach out? Yes, he can.
Well, we've said it before, we've said it again. It's been such a solid performance, such a step up every time. And for me, Monier Steyn, well, there was options over, but the way he showed the ball, the defence just opened up. But again, it came from good turnover ball. The hard work, the hard yards, that's done. Alberts pinched the ball off Fiji. Look at that lovely show and go. And Frans Steyn, well, you thought he was over. The defence got back, the offload came. Well, there's only one man there. And the crowd went crazy for the beast.
And also there was Pierre Spies, who was crying out for the ball for seconds and seconds. He was almost on the shoulder there of Frans Steyn, but in the end, Tendai Mtuera earning his 30th cap today.
Well, Frans Steyn, you just felt Nalanga came in with a cover tackle. The release of the ball was immediate. Francois Poit was quite happy with that release. Romain Poit, I should say. And the delight shown on the South African faces.